you.
Speaking freedom, giving you the answers to be free.
We use the client to develop, to grow, and to bring out the best in themselves. We are simply a tool to help you learn how to make better decisions. Not just one decision, not just today, but for the rest of your life. Encouraging each person through each trial and tribulation.
Work call. Yeah, man. Gotta go in here and dance, but I don't get tired.
Hey y'all, this is Dr. Kaci. So I have been thinking about a few things over the last few days and months. So if you didn't know, I have signed up for school. I'll be going to grad school starting this fall. Right now it is June 29th, 2026. So by August 17th is the first day of classes. Now, this is a fully accredited program so that I can become a mental health counselor and a marriage and family counselor. So, and I'm going to a Christian school so that it could have a spiritual base. I like to be challenged that way. But this video ain't about none of that. Moreover, so I'm sitting here thinking, and the reason why I mentioned school is because as I was trying to figure out what I was going to do to pivot next, and I had a lot of options whether I would go to a career academy or a technical school. I was thinking about whether I would go to a get another bachelor's degree, or if I was going to get my master's, if I wanted to go to law school, or if I wanted to go, it's just so many options available to a person like me, especially since I have done the case with the VA and for what I believe gotten great results as far as getting my records acknowledged and updated to correct any discrepancies or missing pieces, and being able to get some of the care that I need that I probably should have got way long time ago. So as I am navigating everything, I have thought about law school. I thought about going to school for healthcare administration. I have thought about a little bit of everything. I keep thinking about technical degrees and pseudo degrees, where you might go to a school that offers to teach you something, but the degree doesn't hold as much weight as you would like for it to. Kind of like my honorary doctorate's degree, right? So, but this leads to one of the first things that I wanted to talk about, and that is when you pick a college or a school, please make sure that you're checking the accreditations, because some schools are not accredited the way that they advertise themselves to be. Some schools are not affiliated or associated with any organization that actually makes their accreditation worthwhile. Sometimes we are getting degrees from nonprofit organizations that don't have a significant role in the educational system, or that has gotten waivers because they are a church or organization that teaches something that has to do with spirituality or religion. So as I've been navigating my own experience, I have watched other people navigate their experience too. And it made me kind of start looking into the backgrounds of schools a little bit more. I know that I did a little research when I got my first 2 honorary doctorate degrees, because when I became an ordained minister online, look, y'all give ordained minister online a hard time, but for me personally, I actually have education in ministry and servant leadership and all of those things already up under my belt. So for me, it's a little bit different than somebody that just decided one day that they was going to be an online minister. But when I did that, I noticed that there were a lot of organizations and churches and people that offer honorary degrees that was also offering for you to be an ordained minister. And those things were like, it ranged from, for real, from $50 to $600 to a couple $1,000. Some of them come with coursework, and they are between $6,000 to $10,000. Some of them they look good, they look honorable, but at the end of the day, they don't really hold as much weight as we want them to. So I don't want anyone to be misled or confused about the programs that you're signing up for, because you need to make sure that the accreditation is valid in the sense of employment places or other educational fields will honor it, because some degrees aren't honored on a academic serious level, despite if you did work or not. And it is so funny because a lot of this has come up because of the Cheyenne drama, basically about her doctorate degree and whether or not she actually earned one with a dissertation. And it just spun into a whole thing. Nonetheless, the next subject that I wanted to talk about before I go and rest my body is I am starting to notice the definite pattern of relationships that celebrities and or famous people tend to cycle through. Mostly men, but sometimes women as well. And it's no different than what you see in any other relationship where people choose the same type of people or the same group of people and they continue to get the same type of experience or a similar one. So when I think about people that are celebrities, they normally date the people that are looking for attention, that's looking for a savior, that's looking for a way out of whatever situation that they're in. And it kind of reminds me of the youngest girl on the polygamous series that's on Netflix, because she was looking for a way out, and so many people get caught up in that. And that's where you get the people like the Cacis and some of these people that are with what we now know to be convicted abusers. I say abusers because I believe in the theory of meeting your match. Sometimes people are looking to manipulate people, and they find people that's looking to manipulate people, and they both trying to manipulate each other, and they both get more than what they bargained for. That's like, when somebody is trying to take advantage of a girl, but then the girl end up, doing some fuck shit to him. It's the same type thing. Now, people a little bit more. Because I don't know how this is going to go when I start school, right? And who I am as a person, and the fact that I am going to an all Christian school where these people are uberly religious. It is going to be so interesting because I don't want to say I know so much, but because I have done so much research and study and understanding of things beyond the Bible, like that includes the Bible, but not limited to the Bible. And so it's going to be interesting in areas in which we may end up facing challenges when working on projects or anything else. But of course, I have no problem following the syllabus and the expectations or whatever is going to be taking place. And I know that there are some religious classes outside. Excuse me. Outside of the counseling based classes. So I'm going to be looking forward to seeing how this evolves my approach to others. I know it'll evolve me also, but I know that it will have a great impact on how I deal with people, how and I have grown so much. I talked to one of my cousins this month, a couple times within the last couple months, and although I am very strong in what I know and believe and have faith in and proclaim, I don't have an issue with allowing other people to have their faith and being able to relate what I'm saying with the Bible and what they consider the only word of God. So it is going to be interesting. But one of the reasons why I was thinking about the patterns that we see in relationships with men that are in the industry is because I'm thinking about how many men end up in situations where they are with somebody that may or may not be a user, may or may not be trying to find a way of escape, but end up in drama or end up in abusive relationships or end up in trouble in regards to that relationship and the person that they decided to be involved with. And it makes me wonder, how do they ignore the signs? What are like, how are they rationalizing being with people that they see red flags for, but continue on? I guess it's like probably no different than anybody else, but a lot of us tend to think that the more money you get, the more time you've been established, the better you are with making certain choices and decisions to ensure that you don't, fumble or get connected with somebody crazy. And it's so wild because people don't understand. For myself, I am not famous, but I do got a little bit of business about myself or whatnot. So I am always cautious and very intentional about who I am seeing out with when I'm dating, what we are going to be doing, who I give my number to, all of these things. And it's really because the goal in dating is weeding out the crazies, right? You gotta weed out the crazies. You gotta weed out the people that you're not interested in. You gotta weed out the people that don't really vibe with you. You gotta weed out the people that don't have similar spiritual beliefs as you, because if not, you will spend a lot of your time debating about beliefs, depending on the people, because there are some people, I'm thinking of a couple in particular that have different beliefs, but they have a very great understanding and a union that allows them both to flourish together while having different foundations of what they stand on in their faith. But it's a lot of things that you have to consider when you get with somebody, and you cannot ignore small things or make things that really annoy or are set up to aggravate your soul. You cannot ignore it, because saying I do, having a baby, and all of those things that people do to try to make the relationship work or last, that doesn't really make the relationship work or last. That just strains you and the other person and keeps you bound to something that is sometimes inevitable to fail. And sometimes some things can be worked out, but everything can't be worked out. But it's no way that all of these grown men who have been in the industry are ending up in thin line between love and hate type relationships. Not just people that's in the industry, it's people that's, regular degular too. And, I am praying for all, and I really hope that everybody gets the help that they need so that they can navigate life in the best way to be at peace. All right, bye.
I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live what I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all inside of me is sexuality.
Thank you for joining Speaking Freedom as we continue to assist you with your daily growth and intuitive wisdom. Loving is a lifestyle and we love to love. Inspiration is how we fuel faith. Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.